afternoon, everyone, and welcome into First Gen Farmer RP. So, well, today we've went ahead and I've hauled all of the bales. We hauled the load we had loaded that day, and I ended up calling it a day and hauling the next today. And we went ahead and brought all the equipment back to the farm. But the total amount we made from selling all of those bales was $15,189. So we did pretty good, I would say. I'll have to see what we spent on all our equipment and everything. That way we can kind of keep up with that to see when we have paid the equipment off. But we have got to make a new purchase today. I know it seems like every video we're making a new purchase, but that's sort of the way it is when you're starting small and working your way up and you don't have anything to start with. So we've got to get the skid steer unloaded here, and I'm going to be buying a fertilize spreader because now that we've cut, I want to get it fertilized. That way it's ready to go. We need to maximize our yields. We don't have a lot of ground right now, so the ground we do have, we need to maximize our yields on. So I got to get the skid steer off of the trailer here, and then I think we should be able just to take the trailer, and the guy said that he would load the fertilizer spreader for me, and we're probably going to run up to the co-op and see if we can grab ourselves a pallet of fertilizer, and then we'll have to come back here, hook it up to whichever tractor we're going to use, get it loaded up and everything like that. So I'm gonna go get the spreader and some fertilizer. So I will see y'all back here in a little bit when we get back from doing that. All right, everyone. So we made it back to the house here, and I picked up 2 pallets of fertilizer because I'm not real sure how much it's actually gonna take. So I picked up 2, and we've got the fertilizer spreader here. Hopefully we won't need no more fertilizer. But, you know, I'm hoping we have enough, but if we don't have enough, then we'll just have to run back to the store and grab some more. But we're going to go ahead and get everything tilted up and ready to go here, just like so. We'll shut the truck off. So, this is the spreader we picked up right here. It's nothing fancy. It's just a fiberglass fertilizer and lime spreader, really nice. And then we got some pretty good fertilizer here. So I think we're going to, let's see, which tractor do we want to use on that? I think we'll use the International. The International makes the most sense. It might be a little big on the other one, and especially being that's a 2-wheel drive, it might be kind of light on the rear end. So we'll just pull it with this one. But I'm going to have to get the baler disconnected here. So I'm going to back up in here, get this disconnected. So I will catch y'all back here in a little bit when I get this done. All right, everyone, so we got it hooked up here, and looking at it now, I'm definitely glad that we used the International, because the John Deere would have definitely struggled with this, especially when we got it loaded with front end weight, because I mean, it's a good tractor for raking and tedder and stuff, but it's pretty small. So we're gonna hop in the Talk skid steer here, and well, we got to get the fertilizer now off of the trailer and into that. So I think what I'm gonna do is pick it up with the skid steer, and then we'll take it and put it up beside of it, and we'll unload the bags like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this stuff unloaded, so I will catch y'all back in a few minutes when we got it filled up. All right, everyone, so we got that pallet loaded in, and it only took one, so I threw the other one in here. That way we don't have to worry about it too much. We probably won't need it, but there is a chance that we will. But I'm just going to park up the skid steer right here, and then we're going to head over to the hayfield. That way we can begin spreading some fertilizer. And this is a really nice spreader, though. I'm very happy with it, especially for the price. I mean, I don't think we could beat it. But as you can see, we got it filled up here. So I'm going to go ahead and head over to the field, so I will catch y'all back when we get there. All right, everyone. So we made it down here to the field. And we're going to go ahead and jump out here so we can see, kick this thing in gear, and off we go. Goodness, look at that thing. You know what that little thing going back and forth is? Throwing fertilizer, but you actually know what that reminds me of? A boxer dog that when they get super excited and they haven't had their tail trimmed off, and they got their full length tail. That's what that reminds me of. Couldn't tell you why. You won't convince me otherwise, though. That's what that looks like. This tractor must be very happy. But anyhow, we're going to go ahead and start spreading this. But I think I'm going to throw this in time-lapse form for y'all. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the time-lapse. All right, everyone. So we've got this field fertilized here. That way we should be able to maximize our yields because, well, we don't have a whole lot of ground right now, but when the ground we do have, we need to maximize our yields on. That way we can make the most that we can make. So the other thing is that our big field where we built our the shed on and our house and everything, that field is in red beets. You have to have a special harvester to harvest red beets, so we will not be harvesting that. I'll do one of two things. I'll try to find somebody who has a red beet harvester who wants the crop, and I will just, if anybody wants to come out and just harvest it, that you can keep the crop. I don't want nothing for it. You can keep it. I just want it gone. That's my current thoughts. And we're going to do one of two things. I have not decided yet if I want to plant that back into something row crop like corn or soybeans, or if I want to take and turn that into hay ground. We already have hay equipment, so we wouldn't have to buy any equipment to turn that into hay ground, but our goal here is in 10 years to be the biggest farmer. And at some point we are going to want to get into row crop, and that's already a field, so we could just start there. That's sort of my thought process on what I think we need to do. We need to buy sort of a smaller, cheaper combine, maybe a wagon or two to pull behind this tractor, and a plow, and we should be able to start with that. There may be a few things I'm forgetting, but that should relatively be it. I'll have to buy a header. So, but that's my thoughts. It's this field right here. If anybody wants it, just let me know, because I am not going to be doing anything with it. I'm not renting a harvester just to do that. So anyway, I want to head back up to the house here, get this parked up. We still got some in here that we need to get rid of, but it's getting kind of late here. If you look over there, you can kind of see the sun starting to set. So I'm probably going to call it a night for tonight, so I'll probably see y'all back tomorrow. Ugh, good morning, everyone. So it's been a couple days since we've seen y'all here, but I found something very interesting. I was up this morning eating some breakfast, scrolling through land sites, because I'm always looking for new land and stuff, and we're going to hop on the computer here. I want to show y'all something I found. The land, so if you look at this map, right here is where our house is. This brown circle right here, or square, that's where our house is. Our house is on field 30, and this is the one that's got sugar beets in it that I'm trying to find somebody to come harvest. If you come straight across the road from me, directly across the road, field 29 is in corn. You know how much they want for that field? It's 30.57 acres. They only want $6,186 for it. I don't think I can afford not to buy that piece of land. We can afford it right out of our bank account. It's in corn, so we will definitely be getting into row crop if that's what we choose to do. But for that price, I honestly don't think I can afford not to buy that land. That is a super good price on that. I'm going to buy it, I think. I'm going to go ahead and call the seller and tell her, or call the seller and tell him I want to buy that land for sure, because I don't think we can afford not to buy it, to be quite honest with you. We had the money in our bank account. It's not like we're going to have to take out any kind of a loan. The only loan we may have to take out is to get the equipment to run it. And we won't have to take out a very big one. We will get probably pretty low on money, but sometimes you have to get low in order to make millions. So I'm going to go ahead and head over to the guy. I know who owns this land. I'm going to go ahead and head over to his house, tell him I'd like to purchase that, get it all set up and ready to go with that. And then we'll probably start looking into some equipment, because if I'm not mistaken, let's look on my phone here. And let's see when you are supposed to harvest corn. You go right here. So next month in October is when we will supposed to harvest it. That's not that far away, so we're definitely going to need to look into some equipment, especially if we're going to need to do some work on it. We're going to have to definitely look into that. So I'm going to go ahead and get some of this stuff knocked out, so I will catch y'all back here in a little bit when I get this done. All right, thank you. I appreciate it. All right, you too. All right, see you. All right, everyone. So, well, the guy who owns the land, I asked him, he's retired and he's getting out of farming. And I asked him if he had any of his equipment left over that he might want to sell. And he told me the only thing that he had left was his Massey 8570 combine and corn head. He had sold his bean head. He sold all his other stuff he had. The only piece he had left was his 8570 Massey combine. And, well, I won't tell you exactly what I paid for it, but I got this thing on a steal. I gave him exactly what he wanted for it. I didn't haggle with him or nothing. I gave him exactly what he wanted. It was a steal of a deal on this combine. It's got a 6-row corn head, and I mean, I don't think I could have asked for this thing to be no better. He said the only thing that needs to be done is there's some pieces on the corn head that are kind of wore out, some bearings that need to be replaced, and the other thing was it needs the oil change, your fluids, and grease, which is, you know, normal. That's just your standard maintenance stuff. But I went to the bank, gave him the cash, and come back, or actually I wrote him a check. Went to the bank, got everything situated, wrote him a check, and paid for it. I couldn't be happier. We are officially into row crop farming. We are like, what, or a couple months in, but we've officially bought our first combine, and we are into row crop farming. And we've bought our biggest field yet. We've owned now 30 acres of corn that we're going to harvest. So it's a good thing we got this thing when we got it, or it probably would not have been there any longer. But we're going to have to take it home. I know he talked about some bearings in the corn head that need to be replaced, and maybe a universal joint or two. So we're definitely going to have to do some work on it. So even though we did get it for cheap, I'm still going to have to spend quite a bit of money on it to get it up and running. But the best part is I didn't have to take out any kind of a loan, nothing like that. I just wrote him a check for it. So we're going to go ahead and head back to the house. I mean, the only piece we need now is some wagons, or some kind of a grain truck would be nice, something like that. That's the only thing left. So I'm going to go ahead and head back to the house. I'll catch y'all back when we get there. All right, everyone. So we got it back here. I did the equipment shuffle. That way I can get it into the shop here and sort of go through it and see what all it needs as far as bearings. I did know he said this PTO shaft needs a universal joint. Isn't it? The whole combine needs an oil change, greasing and everything like that. But that's just your typical stuff. And then there's a few bearings throughout the corn head that needs to be gone through and done. So that, I mean, that's not too bad, but I think I'm going to have a buddy come get me and run me back out to pick up the truck here. And we'll sort of start going through it and see what we can figure out. But I'm going to go in here and, well, watch a little TV because he probably won't be here for a good 30 minutes. So I'll see y'all back here in a little bit. All right. Yeah, probably that one right there. Yeah. All right. That one's probably good. All right, everyone. So we got back here. I've been back a little while, and I went through here and I found the bearings that he was talking about that are bad. There's one that's good, but I'm going to replace all of these down through here, all the bearings through there. Other than that, and that universal joint and just needing the oil change and everything, we're doing pretty good. The Massey Ferguson place is probably already closed today, though. So we'll probably have to go tomorrow. But I think this is probably going to be about it for this one. I hope you're enjoying this series because I know I'm enjoying making it. And if you're enjoying, be sure to drop a follow and a like down below. But with that, thank you for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day. And bye for now.